Detective Sarah Miller was known for her unconventional methods. After being sworn in as the youngest chief of police in the history of the city, she decided to work undercover to evaluate her precinct's ground-level operations and identify problem areas. Clad in plain clothes and driving an older car, she headed to a neighborhood notorious for complaints about discriminatory practices by officers. The streets were quiet as Sarah parked near a small diner. She had been briefed about Officer Mike Reynolds, a cop with a string of complaints for excessive force and racial profiling. She hoped the rumors were exaggerated, but she also knew the power of systemic bias. As she walked toward the diner, she noticed a police cruiser parked nearby. A burly officer leaned against the car, sipping coffee. His badge gleamed in the sunlight, but his demeanor was anything but inviting. "Hey, you can't park there," the officer barked. Sarah turned to him. "I'm just grabbing breakfast." "Is there an issue with the parking zone?" Mike sauntered over, his eyes narrowing. "This area doesn't need more people like you loitering around." Sarah raised an eyebrow. "People like me. You know exactly what I mean," he snapped, his tone laced with disdain. "You don't belong here. Show me your ID." Sarah calmly handed over her driver's license, watching his face for any sign of recognition. Predictably, there was none. "This is expired," he lied, flipping the card back at her. "Looks like you're up to no good. What are you doing here?" "Having breakfast," she replied evenly, "and the ID isn't expired." "You might want to check again." Mike's face darkened. "Don't get smart with me, lady." Hands on the car, Sarah complied, her stomach nodding as bystanders gathered. She knew she could end this charade with a single phone call, but she wanted to see just how far Mike would go. As he patted her down, he muttered insults under his breath. "People like you think you're above the law." "Well, not today," a fellow officer approached, clearly uneasy. "Mike, maybe we should call the precinct." Mike waved him off. "I've got this under control." Sarah decided it was time to end the humiliation. "Officer Reynolds," she said, her voice firm. "Do you always treat citizens like this?" he sneered. "What? You're going to file a complaint? Go ahead. Good luck with that." "I won't need luck," she said, pulling a badge from her pocket. The gold insignia glinted as the crowd gasped. "Sarah Miller, your new chief of police." Mike's smirk vanished, replaced by a pale, stunned expression. He stumbled back, stammering, "I didn't know."